I'm really looking forward to finally opening the site to the public, because I think that, to me, is the missing ingredient from the site today. I mean, we're bringing the site to completion. We're building these massive pools, these beautiful waterfalls. All the names are inscribed surrounding the pools, and the craftsmanship and the effort and love that went into this is remarkable by hundreds of people. But it is all inanimate right now. What's really going to animate this site and bring it back to life are the visitors to the site. And one of the most significant experiences that I had as a New Yorker in the days that followed that attack was going to public places like Union Square and Washington Square and finding comfort and solace and meaning in the presence of others. I found it very hard to confront what happened that day alone. And I think these public places have a tremendous civic role in our society. They act as this glue that binds us together. There were really two things which guided me. One was this idea of these voids, that rupture, of marking absence. And the other was of making this a living part of the city again. And how can you bring those two seemingly contradictory impulses together onto one site? And I think the memorial benefits from that. I think the fact that it will be a place that's very much a living part of the city again will make the experience of visiting it more profound and meaningful. And it will not become a part of the city that's sort of set aside from the day-to-day life of the city, but is really integrated into the day-to-day life of the city. And I think cities are not just built of concrete and steel and stone. They're social constructs. They reflect our values as a society. They reflect how, who we think we are and what our relationships are with our friends and neighbors and countrymen. And to me, it was very important that plaza reflect on the democratic and open nature of our country. On that day, actually, my wife was already at work downtown in the financial district, and I remember hearing on the radio that one of the towers got hit, and I thought it must have been a freak accident. I couldn't have imagined that it was a premeditated attack. And I walked up to our rooftop in the East Village to see the smoke billowing up from the North Tower, and I saw the South Tower get hit by the second plane. And immediately you knew that it wasn't an accident, that you had just witnessed, the death of many people. And it was a very terrifying thing to witness. But we should not fundamentally change who we are, because I think that was one of the objectives of this attack, was to deter us, to make us cower. And what I saw in New York in the weeks and months that followed was a resilience and a stoicism that said, we are deeply upset by the deaths that we suffered, but we will not let the acts of a few terrorists change who we are as a society and as a city. For the first year and a half, the people who will visit the Memorial Plaza will be there explicitly to see the memorial. But over time, as the streets get completed around us, as office buildings rise up, you'll start to see a much more mixed group of people coming to the plaza. You'll have office workers from across the street, and you'll have visitors that are here for that once-in-a-lifetime pilgrimage to a site of tremendous national significance. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to, we've set the stage, and now the public needs to come in and make it their own.